Hello boaters, I'm Brian from Canvas Factory. I've been doing marine canvas covers since 1985. That's 37 years. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my skill set and what I can provide for you, and I want to show you a lot of cool things that we've done to this 37 Invincible. Now I know if you look at my videos, you've seen full boat covers, you've seen upper station covers. The reason I'm so excited about this video today is I've been working on all kinds of boats for 37 years. I have this passion going on for working on these large center consoles, you know, whether they're an Everglades or a Scout, but especially these fishing boats. I'm so passionate about it, and I think you can tell when I tell you about what I've done to this boat. So this video is going to be a little long, and my daughter Brooke said, nobody's going to want to watch this video, Dad. I'm going to make it the way I want to make it, and I'm going to tell you what I want to tell you, you know, and you watch as much or as little of it as you want. So we built a 4-piece full boat cover, snap on. I'm going to take it off for you. I'm going to time that. Then I'm going to put it back on for you and time that so you can see how easy it is. Because that's my whole thing. Don't leave this, you know, $750,000 boat uncovered because you think it would be too hard to cover it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to cover it. And so many people are like, oh, don't put snaps in my boat. You know, it's easy to sell my covers. They actually sell themselves. What I have to sell is these snaps. Now, there's several reasons people hate snaps. One, 99% of boats out there, it doesn't matter how much you paid for your boat. It could be a $40 million yacht. It's most likely got chrome-plated brass snaps with a stainless steel screw in it. 3 dissimilar metals in a saltwater environment, corrodes relatively quickly, and then they become hard to operate. This is not that. This is an all stainless steel stud with a stainless steel screw with a stainless steel snap in the canvas. I pay extra money for that, and they don't corrode. 7 years from now, this snap will not have corrosion on it. The other reason that people hate snaps is they never, and I ask them, oh, you hate snaps. Have you ever lubricated a snap? No. It takes 10 minutes to lubricate every snap in this boat. You get a little stick of like chapstick. It's similar to that. And we've already done these. You can't see it. There's a little stainless steel spring in here. Just a little bit of lubrication in there once or twice a year will make these things just snap so beautifully. Okay. So this boat is going to Jamaica, okay? And it's going to live on a lift. Before that, it's going to go to the Bahamas for 3 months. So I wasn't going to design this for the 3 months. I wasn't going to cut out the cleats because for 3 months in the Bahamas, it's not going to be on a lift, it's going to be in the water. So I talked to the owner about it. You know, we've been WhatsApp back and forth with each other. And he says, can you cut out for those front cleats? And I said, I don't want to. You know, the cover's so beautiful without it. And he's like, can you put some Velcro flaps? Because I'm only going to use them for 3 months. So that's what I did for him. I cut out the cleats. So when he's in the Bahamas, he can tie his boat up. We have it tied to the bow so that we could build this cover without any ropes in our way. But once he gets to Jamaica, closes this up, it's like it never happened. We built it with the aft cleats exposed. So you'll always be able to tie springs forward and aft off the stern cleat, and you'll be able to tie springs forward and aft off the bow cleat. I want to talk about these upper station covers. I charge a small fortune for them, okay? I spend so much time on them. You see how I fit it under there? The reason I do it like that is I'm 62 years old. I don't want to go up there any more than I have to. So if I'm going to use this boat today and I'm not going to go up there, I don't want to have to go up there to take those canvas covers off because I'm afraid they're going to fly away in the wind or beat the boat to death. No. So I bet I took 3 days building those upper station covers, fitting them and fitting them and fitting them, so that, I don't know how fast this boat goes. I'm guessing 65. It might even go 70. Well, guess what? You can go 65 miles an hour and leave those upper station covers on. But it costs a lot of money to do that because it's time consuming to fit it so everything fits just so you can do that. All right, I'm going to take those on and off for you as well. In the back of the boat, we built 4 Yamaha engine covers. I can't put them on and show you because the boat's in the water. I designed if you look across at my neighbor's boat, you see his boat is on a lift. Now, if I put the engine covers on in the water, the engine covers are going to be about a foot in the water. So rather than just cover the cowling like people have done for, 30 years, these engines are so expensive and so beautiful now, I try and cover more. Now over there, those were Mercuries, and it looked real nice to do double engine covers. I did 2 double engine covers on that 35 Invincible there. On this one, because they were Yamahas and they were rounded, I thought it was going to look better to do singles. So this one has 4 single engine covers. I wish I could show them to you, but they'd get all salty. So now I'm going to hand Brooke my phone, and she's going to time me taking this cover off.
And start.
Okay, so look, this is how you can use snaps when you lubricate them. You see that? There's nothing wrong with that. When you can't do that, you've let the lubrication wear out of your snaps. Look, see that? Now, I'm going to climb on here, because here's another zipper. So, unzip that all the way. Since I'm here, I'm going to snatch this. There's that. That's undone. This is undone. That cover is off. Now, something got under this boat cover because I've been leaving the back off because we've been on and off of it so much. You ready with the timer, Brooke?
Yes.
What do you got?
1 minute and 51 seconds.
Okay, under 2 minutes to take this enormous boat cover off. Now, in here, here's the bag that we're going to stow it in. What's already in here is the 4 engine covers. So there's 4 engine covers in here that you can see how far down they go. I'm not just covering the cowling. So that's how I build those. So now I'm going to take you up top now. My son thinks most people are just going to come up here and sit on these covers, and they might. But I'm going to take them off, put them back on for you. All right? So I'm going to start with this one here. I put 4 snaps in this cover. You can't see it here, but I put 2 in the fiberglass down low. That's easy. I put 2 in the powder coat. Now this cover's off. Takes no time at all. See this? I try and never put snaps in powder coat because it's terrible. That's where you get the dissimilar metal. A stainless steel snap in aluminum powder coat. But I did everything I could to bond it. Instead of a pop rivet, These are actually a machine screw. So I drilled it, I tapped the hole, you know, threading it, and then I take a little, I never see people use these, and I don't understand why. You can barely see it, but there's a little plastic washer between the stainless steel snap and the aluminum powder coat. And then I put a product called Tef Gel in there, which helps bond as well. And then I thread that baby in there, okay? So if you ever needed to replace them, they'll screw out and screw a new one in. So this cover, pretty easy to use. You just take it and it fits like a sock over the front, and then you get it in the right position, and it comes up here. Snap. Make sure that the wheel is on the pleats, the steering knob. Snap, snap. Real easy to use. These 4 snaps are out of the wind, so you know, 65 miles an hour. These snaps are not going to unsnap. Now this one here, it was just 2-inch Velcro. Easy as that. This was the only simple one that there was to make. This one didn't take me long to make, but the other 2, they were a bit of a design, and they were hard to sew as well. Now this one, what I did, I put 2 straps underneath that you can work blindly. You don't really need to see them. They're just little pinch things like a life jacket. Now, I put 1 snap there. I did the same thing. I drilled it, I tapped it, I used a plastic washer as well as Tef Gel. Now, you pull this off the back, and this is off. I never did this before. This was my son's idea. We made a little pocket in the front because, you know, I was like, how in the heck am I going to attach this front? Well, we made this little pocket so it just slips right on like a sock, just like the front one does. You come over here, you slip that sock on, you get the back to fall down. I put a zipper. You pull this down, you pull that down. I put a little zipper here, and I used a nylon pull so we won't scratch any paint, and 1 snap. Okay, so that's fairly easy to do. And then as you're exiting the boat and getting ready to go down the ladder, you just take that strap, hook it, and that strap, and hook it. Okay, now that's enough about this upper station. I'm going to show you something really cool that all these oversized center console fishing boats should own, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm passionate about this, and so many of you people with these big fishing boats think, no, that don't work for me. I'm too busy in the cockpit. Well, guess what? I'm sweating my brains out in this cockpit right now. It's hot out, and I'm going to make this cockpit 10 times nicer in about 1 minute. I should have probably timed this. This is so fast, I'm not going to bother to try and time it, but I'm going to show you how quick we can make this boat comfortable. So you just click that in, okay? Then you come over to this side of the boat, jump up on the gunnel so you can see what's going on. Click, you see that? Undo, click. The slickest sunshade mount out there. Now, you come over here, you stick it through this top pulley, stick it through the cam cleat, pull it tight, man, pull it tight. Come over here, stick it through this pulley, Stick it through this cam cleat. Now look, tight, 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 tight. Now, you can run this boat 25 miles an hour. So if you're deep dropping, if you're sword fishing, if you're bottom fishing, whatever you're doing. This is why I think every big center console needs an aft sunshade. And I don't call it just an aft sunshade. I call this one my aft fishing sunshade. And I'm going to tell you the difference. Usually on a wine and cheese boat or whatever you got, we make the sunshade as wide as possible. We go out, you know, let's get some width, let's get some shade. This is a big boat. We don't have to get all the shade that we can get. So I moved in one section of rod holders. So if you're trolling for dolphin, guess what? You can stand in the shade while you're rigging your lines, while you're fishing. You can stand in the shade. And who can't take a fishing pole and hand it around one pole and fight this dolphin or sailfish, whatever it may be, in the shade? This is a real game changer. And you know, if you want to take it down and you're going to blast far and fast, it comes down in less than a minute and you stow it away. Go 60 miles an hour, go 50 miles an hour. But if you're sword fishing and you just need to go a couple miles back to your drift, you could go 25 miles an hour and leave this thing up and then come back here and fish in the enjoyment of the shade. Right now the whole cockpit's not shaded because it's only 10:45 in the morning. But when you really need this thing, between like 12 and 2, the hottest part of the day, the whole cockpit will be shaded. Now, I'm gonna leave this up for a few minutes and I'm gonna tell you about something. These are some side curtains that I designed for this 37 Invincible. You know, as far as being a canvas person for 37 years, if you get to go out on boats, you learn a lot about what people need. Now, this boat from Invincible came with a set of wings. Okay, see these snaps here? They put the snaps, you know, pop riveted chrome plated brass snaps right into the aluminum. I would have put, you know, some Tef gel and some plastic washers there, but I wouldn't have put snaps there anyway. These are fine. They had to use these lift-a-dot snaps, which are a little difficult to use. I would have put a slide track here like I did. I put this slide track here, as Brooke can show you. I drilled it, tapped it, two-sided tape, and Tef gel. That baby's there. She's not going anywhere, okay? This wing is great. So if you're on a run to the Bahamas, or you know, you're in the Gulf and you're running, you have to run 50 miles to your fishing spot, and it's 3 to 4, and you're taking a lot of waves, you need these wings. So these wings, I won't put it up for you, I didn't build it, but it comes on this little 45-degree angle track, comes out here, and then hooks under right here. So you've got a wing that protects this person pretty good when you got a lot of wind. Now, you don't always have 3 to 4, but you always have something. See, there's a lot of talk out there about monohull versus cat. Which one rides better? Which one's more economical? These cat boats are gorgeous. I love them. The platform of them is really cool. You know, they're a little more economical than a monohull, but guess what? There's pros and cons to everything. It's hard to have a perfect boat. So the con, if we're going to talk about a con on a cat, it's you don't have that deep Carolina flare like you would on like a giant 36 yellowfin's got that big flare, so it's pushing the ocean out. It's real flat on the side of an Invincible. So even on a normal day, 1 to 2s, it'll come up and it'll come right through here. And what my neighbor hated was, he's like, you got to do something for me. A little bit of spray comes in here, it rolls down this fiberglass and right onto my garments. He's like, it's annoying. Every trip I go out, the salt, wherever it hits, comes here and drips onto my garment. So I put this slide track. here. I put this nylon zipper coming down tight It snapped it. Now he doesn't have that. So on a normal day, him and a buddy are in here and they're cruising along, and when a wave hits, they just lean forward. Whoosh. Now, if he's out with his whole family and there's somebody sitting here, they're not protected. Okay? So, just like there's no perfect boat, there's no perfect wing. I think every boat should have these inner wings for everyday use. And then if you get into the real sloppy stuff, you put this extended wing out. You don't want that extended wing for everyday use. Why? Because now you can't go to the front of the boat. It traps you off. You can't go to the front of the boat without unhooking it, then it's flapping in the wind. When you need it, you need it. But you don't need it all the time. You need it in the rougher stuff. This you need all the time. So if Brooke can show you that, how we built this, it's nice and neat and clean, and it will protect you. You know, you just lean forward a little bit and you're out of it. You don't need the wings. By the way, is 80 gauge acrylic. It's glued with a nice clean edge there. You can see there's no stitches. It's glued in there with some type of super glue. It's a nice clean look, and the 80 gauge acrylic, you know, really looks good. I hate to do it, but I'm going to take this cool fishing sunshade down now. So if you want to blast 55 miles an hour, I'm going to show you just how quick that can happen. Okay? So you go from the comfort of the fishing sunshade to, are you ready, Brooke?
And start.
Okay. So I'm going to untangle my rope. Take it out of the pulley. Take that rope out, unwind it, take it out of the pulley, take it out of that pulley. Stick your hand up here. You feel the little button, pull it out. Come up here, feel the little button, you pull it out.
It only took, well, it only took 33 seconds to take it down.
All right,
but
33 seconds. Now, say you're done with it for the day. We'll see, you know, so if you hook a big fish and you want it out of the way, you can have one of your friends take it down for you in 33 seconds. But if you want to end for the day, you don't roll these, you don't fold them, you just shove them into the compression bag, pull the drawstring rope, put a little knot in it, and that's ready to stow. Now, pull the pole out of the rod holder, 3/16 stainless, got a nice rubber tip on it, plastic end cap. You stick it in the padded canvas bag, and it's sleeved so that they don't touch each other and clang around. So that nice polished stainless steel will stay nice and polished. See how easy that is? Okay. How long did that take, Brooke?
it's a minute and 40 seconds to put the entire thing away.
Okay, a minute and 40 seconds and it's bagged. Now we're gonna time putting the cover on. And I took it off in a minute and a half. 62-year-old guy. Now we're gonna let the 25-year-old guy put it on because it's pretty impressive. It's more impressive to watch him put it on than to watch me put it on. So we're gonna let Fisher install the full cover. You ready, Fish?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this side panel, but before I start, I'm just gonna show everyone that this is a 4-piece cover, and you might be like, oh, how do I know what goes where? We do label with tabs. So this is red tabs for port. So this would have 2 red tabs, and just to show you the difference, the front has a red and a green for port and starboard perspective. The front is obvious. After you put it on one time, you'll be able to tell the front from the back, but those tabs do make a difference. And all right, we're gonna start.
And start.
Okay, so Fisher's starting with the port side, and the port side has little red tabs on it because the port side and the starboard side rectangle panels look identical, so we label them so you don't, get confused. Now, no pressure fisher, but you know, you got to try and make this look easy for the camera, okay? So no struggling with this full boat cover. So Fisher's working his way forward. Now he's going to take the forward cover, and he's got the green label in his hand, and he's sending that green label over to the starboard side, and then he's going to end up with the two red labels touching.
Thanks.
Fisher works his way up to the front of the boat. Now you're going to see why I let him put it on. Okay? I wouldn't look quite that graceful bending down and snap those snaps on as he does, so I let him do it. Okay, so where's he at so far on the time, Brooke?
2 minutes and 20 seconds to do half the cover.
2:20, Fisher. No pressure, but don't forget, you got to make it look easy. Now we did have to put 2 brakes in the track here because of the wings. So he has to get it started twice right there. Mostly, if I had done it, I would have put that wing a little further in, and I would have had one continuous track. But this still, it works fine. It didn't give us any issues. We put nylon zipper pulls. Whenever you go past fiberglass, we put nylon zipper pulls.
Now this is one thing, when you get to your last panel, you kind of want to start both zippers before you move on, just so nothing moves out of place. But that's all you have to go.
Almost at 5 minutes.
I should probably do this from inside. Now this is the point where you'd get out of the boat and finish from the dock. Usually where the back and the side connect. And all you have to do is pull down that zipper you already started, and it's done.
5 minutes and 40 seconds.
For a huge boat cover. People always talk about, oh, I want something easy. You saw it there. Let's see if you guys can put it on any faster than I can.
Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. Put in a lot of information there for you. We'll have all the information linked down below. We have other videos, Boat Canvas Factory. I think Fisher did an outstanding job, 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't think I could have done that myself, so that's why I let him do it. It's beautiful. If you're a local person, we can build you all these covers. Now, as far as sunshades go, we can ship those all over the country. If you have an Invincible or an Everglades or a Yellowfin, anything you got, anywheres in the country, I can walk you through the measurements to build these sunshades, because I'm so passionate about making these center consoles more user-friendly for the family up in the bow, for the fishermen in the aft section. Buy one of these sunshades, you won't regret it. So, you know, give me a call and I'll walk you through how to measure for a sunshade wherever you're at. You have any questions regarding boat covers, if you're local, give me a call and I'll talk to you in regards to that. So thanks for watching.